A lot of people, including me in the past, kind of subconsciously believe that confidence is bad for you socially. Like it'll make people like you less. Maybe confidence equals arrogance or something like that. This video is my attempt to prove that wrong, because if you believe any variation of that belief that confidence is not really good for you, then you're not going to be able to become confident. Here's my argument. The less you care, the more people like you. I'm going to argue that by arguing three separate points, which I've written down, which are the less you care, the more you talk, which makes people like you. 2, the less you care, the more fun stuff you do, which makes people like you. And 3, the less you care, the more people notice how confident you are, which makes them like you. So point number 1, the less you care, the more you talk, which makes people like you. I used to be really quiet. I used to not talk that much, and I still am a little bit on the quiet side, which is something I'm working on because I'm not 100% confident yet. I don't have unshakable confidence. But basically, what I've noticed being quiet is that you kind of limit how close you can get to people in terms of making friends or whatever, because you don't give them the chance to really get to know you that well. You kind of fade into the background and become a side character rather than a main character. And on top of that, it's kind of like people won't want to talk to you as much as other people because it's harder to have a continuous conversation that keeps going. There's going to be more awkward silences and stuff. And the conversation might not be as good either because you'll be kind of stuck closer to small talk. Just because you won't be confident enough to say those really kind of out there, unpopular opinions, which make conversations really good. But what about the other end of the spectrum where you talk too much and then you're basically annoying? That's bad as well, but that doesn't actually come from having confidence. The people who talk way too much and are just yapping are actually insecure and they're scared of, well, this is my judgment, I don't actually know, but I'm guessing they're insecure and they're scared of awkward silences or being judged, so they're just saying everything they can. And that's bad as well. The best type is where you are so confident that you don't really care about getting judged. You just want to have a good conversation. And so you have a good conversation. You say stuff, you're not like worried about saying the wrong thing, but you're also not worried about awkward silences. So you get a good tempo of conversation, you ask questions, all that stuff, and it's all around pretty good. And that is what I mean when I say, when you're confident, you talk more and people like you. People like that kind of conversation. And you can't do that if you're too quiet or if you're too loud. And both of those extremities come from not being confident. Point number 2, the less you care, the more fun you have, which makes people like you. Okay, so think of someone who is just like the most fun person. If you go to parties, maybe they're like the life of the party. You know what I mean, right? You can think of someone who is just really fun to be around and they do lots of fun things. I guarantee you, I'm 100% sure that that person is really confident. There is like, in my experience, there's such a good correlation between the people who are the most fun and the people who are the most confident. And I'm talking about real confidence as well, not the just talking too much thing that I mentioned earlier. A lot of the really fun things to do require you to not care about being judged. That's why drinking is such a popular thing, because, you know, everyone wants to go have fun, but they need to drink to do that because they're too scared normally. And there's also just other effects of alcohol which make that better. It's not purely confidence. So just as an example, I'm going to list some fun things I did recently that required confidence. Karaoke, pretty fun. Dancing, pretty fun. Play fighting, pretty fun. Now, I didn't do all of those drunk. I did all of those sober, except for the dancing. We won't go there. And people like people who they can have fun with. So if you are more confident and you just don't really care and you just have fun and don't care about what you look like, other people are going to then have the confidence to join in and they're going to be able to have fun as well. Or they're just going to have fun watching you just be fun. And as a result, they're going to have fun, which is good. They're going to want to hang around people who they can have fun with. So they'll like you more. Point 3, the less you care, the more people see that you don't care. And then the more people like you. Most people are trying to be confident. Like, I'm trying to be confident. All you guys watching this video probably trying to be confident. And I think just most people out there are trying to be more confident. Not everyone, but most people. And therefore, it is like a good thing that people are striving to get. So if you have a good thing that people are striving for, they're going to be impressed. They're going to look up to you. They're going to be like, wow, how do I be more like that guy? How do I be more like Ivor or whatever? And that is going to make them like you. I don't think it needs much more explanation than that. You have a quality that people want that makes people like you. I know in my own life, the people I've liked the most have all been pretty confident, more confident than me anyway. Okay, so if caring less helps you talk more, helps you be more fun, and helps people see how confident you are, and all those things help people like you, then it makes sense that stopping caring and being more confident will help people like you. So you should be convinced that confidence is good. And that's the first step towards becoming more confident. So you should you should feel a bit more confident just from watching this video. But if you want the next steps, watch this video.